is simple in that it depends on the cat, but in general, the best diet is the one that is the most bioavailable, has the most nutrients, that has the most energy, that is the freshest food, and that's species appropriate. People don't eat raw meat, but cats thrive on raw meat. So a raw meaty diet, usually for cats and dogs, is best. Specifically, I guess I'd have to go to the 3 big parts of feeding the best diet, and that is freshest food possible. Fresh raw meats are great for carnivores and dogs and varied. So even if it's fresh food, it's best not to stick with just the same thing over and over again. And actually, this is a whole other discussion. The balance of the diet is partially fully based on the variety. So when you buy a balanced diet, you don't have to vary it. But like our own diets, that we don't balance at every meal, we attain the balance through variety. So fresh, varied, and the other would have prevented innumerable animal deaths, and that is a practice of moderation. So it's best to not eat a lot of the same food over and over again. And in fact, just like your own diet, the more varied, the more varied our microbiome can be. And we like as much variety as possible in the bacterial population in your guts, in your animals' guts as well. But to answer the question again of the best diet is a fresh food versus processed food diet. And based on experience in people, we know that the more commercial food, the more processed food we eat, the sicker we get. In fact, even the more predisposed to things like cancer we get. And the same applies to our dogs and cats. The symptoms that you need a diet upgrade are things like obesity or underweight, undermuscled, hair loss, dry hair, poor coat, low energy. Energy is a big one with the diet. Virtually anything can happen from a kitty, a dog, or anyone having incorrect or imbalanced diet. So it's always good to also talk to your vet and get a baseline to make sure that things are going on okay, that they're well balanced internally. I've got a lot more to say on diet. You can find a lot of it in the Holistic Fundamentals, which is a free course at holisticactions.com. Hi, Jeff Feinman, licensed veterinarian from Holistic Actions, here answering pet parent questions. That's it for today, so thank you.